All right. Hello, everybody. So, with that being said, that is what we're going to work on today. I will show you what I've done since the last time we've been here, though. Simply because I have done a few different things. What I've done is I've expanded the wall so that ideally when people come into this map at first, it's just like the Stardew Valley where you can't see beyond some of these borders. So I want to make that somewhat similar to that aspect. I don't remember if I've showed you this last time or not, but I did shrink down the bridge. So everything was pushed over a little bit. The elevations I definitely had done while you guys were away. So I've made the platform up and raised, and then I put everything back road-wise as best I could. So we got our community center, the little playground, and the fountain, and of course the road. And then over here, the sheep have kind of taken over the theater, Joja Mart, whatever we want to call it. So I'm just going to let them be there for a little bit. I've also did this little area, the little side dirt area. And so because there's no way to really tell how the water flows from the upper elevation to the lower elevation in the game, I have to assume there are a few waterfalls because of that. So, that's basically what I've done here. This will probably be expanded outward a little bit, so it's a little bit cleaner of a falls, but this is what I got so far. I basically put in this puzzle as the bottom of the entire river because this looks more river-like. I did expand and get this into better shape as far as the overall structure of the mountain lake. I know there is the little island piece in the center, so we are missing that right now. That does need to be added still. And then we've got our quarry, and there is that ravine down at the bottom. There's a pig stuck down there for the meantime, though. So we have our ravine down there. It does expand all the way through, though. So it does need to be expanded more. But this is what I got so far, at least. And then, of course, we have the guild. And our entrance right here will be to the cave. So the cave will be out here. I still have to even make the cave system. And then, of course, over here somewhere will also be the dwarf with his little shop. And we have Linus's tent up here on higher elevation from Robin's place. So because... So in the actual game's map, it shows as more of a slope. So these are almost on the same level, but this part is higher than this. So these all slope and kind of come together right about over here so that they are essentially the same level, even though there's pieces of it that are not obviously the same level. So it has to be a little bit up for interpretation because that's just not possible in especially vanilla Minecraft. So basically I've made this like a little platform, and so the big tree will be there and the crossroads will be here that go up to the spa and to the train station, and there will be the train that obviously goes through here. And then down here also is where we have that long road home. This is very, very long. In the game, it's pretty long, but it's not, I know, typically this long, but it's purely because of the everything else on this side. So obviously we can't have this going shorter because then it's going to cut into something else. So this will be filled in with trees and everything on this side, while this part will be road, and there'll be the trees on this side and the fencing, just like we see in the actual game. And then it curves over. This part I kind of stopped working on at one point was this area. From the upper parts, we can actually look over and see the bus stop road going underneath us. So that's where this part is here. And that needs to be expanded and flattened out. And then I was in the middle of flattening out our farm area, especially this mountain area, needs to be flattened out really, really badly. Basically, where we've left off from the last time we came into here, I don't remember if I showed you guys that I put the wizard's tower up on his own little platform too, which he is in the map as well. This part needs to be cleared out. But other than that, I have essentially the little area for him situated. And I redid the shape of the Woods Lake, Woods Giant Pond, whatever it's called. And that's about it. We don't have any access to this in the game itself, so this part is going to be off limits basically as well. I'm just figuring out how to make it off limits right here. I think it might be more walls, but we'll see. So, because most of the structure is done, I figured we can at least start on making some of the houses. That being said, what materials do we have? Willie's house is obviously made of wood, because it's like a whitish kind of wood. Oh, the stripped pieces of wood would actually look good as the poles. It's a silver table in the front also. I wish you can recolor these doors. That'd be awesome. So let's go with oak, just because I want to keep the colors as consistent as possible. If we did jungle, maybe jungle would be pretty dang close. I'm going to consider jungle wood our winner here. Is the sun coming up? Finally, jeez. So not only do we have... I'm more worried about the interior, because the interiors are always bigger than the exteriors. So let's see what we can do with our outline. Let's see how close our outline got to this whole thing. Do. Because the outlines were all guesstimates when we first did this. So door would be about there. And the flooring is definitely an oak, it looks like. And it looks like a darker wood border. So I would say almost like spruce inside. Because it's not too dark. It's not dark wood, dark oak. I would say spruce inside. No, hang on. I want to do oak planks first. Because I want to get the bottom done. Because if we can figure out if we got the bottom correct, or the interior, then we can work on the exterior just fine. Come here, little block. Work with me. And let's keep going. Because, ideally, we can get... This would be also access to the... I want to be able to see if I can cut this back. So we can have that there be the backside of Lily's shop also. That would be what is most ideal. So we have the door about there. And if we can have the spruce here. Interior like this. Yeah, it's too bad you can't make blocks double wide. Okay, so... Ooh, maybe I should actually have this over one more. And then here. Here. So... I guess I really didn't need to bother with this part then very much, huh? Because this part would be like right about... No. Here? Yeah, see, that looks odd. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Dang it. Okay. Well, we'll mess with the outside later. Let's try to see if the inside is good. So he uses some barrels along the sides with fish goo. So what would be the best for that? Plus he uses like a glass countertop. No, that's not a glass. That is an aquarium. That has fish inside. But it's got a little cash register, a little chair, and lamp and table on the side too. So let's do that and this. Ugh. So, because you can't do glass panes with water. So, we'll do light blue to give the illusion of the fish tank. And then for the rest of it, they're basically metal barrels or metal containers. So, a cauldron is like the first thing that comes to my mind. But one that's really dark, and two, it doesn't have the same look. But maybe we should just use a... I guess I could use a composter, but it's brown though too. I have no idea what that even is, to be honest. Oh my gosh, this whole trying to get exactly is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. So I'm trying to match it color for color also. And I'm not seeing exactly what would... Because it doesn't have to be like a container, I don't think, per se, does it? Like if we did something like bone blocks. What if we did bone blocks just to outline? So if you come in, you're surrounded by the bone blocks. There's like 3 of those, and then that. And then you have his fish thing. And then it goes over. See, this is the part I'm worried about, because now we have no room for anything else, but that's technically, he's got 3 barrels and a counter space. The aquarium part, which is about 2 people wide, and then he's got the cash register, another countertop, 3 more barrels, and then a lamp on a countertop right there. So the interior is definitely much bigger. So we're going to have to expand this out then a little bit with that being said. Because it's at least a couple blocks over both directions. Okay, so... Yeah, so we're going to have to expand this all over. Okay, so... Actually, I'll do this. So let's expand by how many? Looks like 1, 2, 3. If I can expand it by 3 and then 4 for an extra spot on that side. So if we can expand it over by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 4. And then we'll go over about there. I don't remember how many are on this side of the building, but we'll do it like this for now, because we can always shrink it if we need to. Oops. Get rid of all you. And here, because it needs to be for inside, not for outside, which is a difference, as I'm coming to learn. Come here. I want to give Willie as much space as possible for his fishing endeavors. Here. Yeah, these, I'm kind of curious how the bigger insides will be like the Wizard's Tower. I am super worried about how to do the Wizard's Tower, purely because of the size difference inside versus outside. So grab that. And then the door will be right about here. Nope, there. Okay, so at least we have that part. But this needs to be over. There needs to be 2 there. This sounds so weird. Here and here. Yeah, because there's not a whole lot of space on the sides of here when you look at it on the pictures. So it looks like the wall is like right here though. So we can actually bring this wall in though by one. So bring this in. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Oops, no, I want this to be... Oops, no, no, no. Hang on, hang on, hang on. So I want there to be... It needs... Yeah, this needs to be right here. Okay, no, I was right. I had it right. I had it right. Gosh, I keep second guessing myself. Yeah, get rid of that. Okay. Technically, there is a slant right here. Like this, it goes inward. It looks like it goes inward on all sides, actually. Eh. I don't really need to fill that in all the way, but we're going for as best as we can get, right? Oops. And here. So there's all the sides technically come in a little bit. Dang, I really wish I could make these flat. And he does have that ladder going up to his little place also, which is about here. And since we do not have access to see what is up there, we have to guess. And because we don't really get to see what the roof looks like, we also have to guess on that aspect too. So let's just fill this in. And it has a porthole over here above the table. So right here, there's going to be a window. And the window's up high, though. It is not a low window. Here. And I don't see any windows on the sides, but we can tell from the front of the building that there is a couple windows. So from the front, we can tell that there's a massive window right here. And it looks like it's a 4-pane. So there is panes here and here. So, and this is all nothing. So close that off. And this is framed. Actually, so, oops. No, stop. How do I turn you? Gosh, there we go. Dang, I wonder if I can get like, I wonder how I can do that bottom part. Well, regardless, there's also another window up here, like right here, actually. And it looks like just a single pane. So let's go back to this. Yeah, because some of these windows are up pretty dang high. So, yeah. Let's fill in the rest of the ceiling. I feel like the daytime goes by very, very quickly. I thought it just turned to daytime. Apparently it was a while ago, though. See, this is where I'm having trouble. Okay, so this part is gonna have to be lowered, even though it's higher. But the whole thing does go up. It's not a flat roof. So, we can actually hold our horses on that. That needs to be opened. So it does come down. Oops. And I'm so sorry, Willie, but I know that your house, like, has more color to this on the roof, but unfortunately, I'm limited. I'm hoping that you will forgive me. Here, here. And it is flat at the top as well. So I'll have to get that. Make sure that we're doing that too. And nope. Nope, that's not the block I was looking for. Here. Oh my gosh. Every single place except for where I want it. Here. Unfortunately, his roof isn't like this big though on the actual game. Like unless you want to like go out super far, maybe. No, see, I know it's not that big, but unfortunately, that's kind of what it has to be for this particular instance. Dang. So let's go up another. And it doesn't have to be exactly all the way through, which is fine. It'll give Willie some more. We'll give him more space upstairs for his loft. Oops. Nope. And we'll go here. And I know the campfire isn't exactly lit up or anything on Stardew, but the one on the beach, but obviously the only ones in Minecraft really have them lit, so. So it's like right above the window. Oops. That it starts to even out. So we'll do one more, and then we'll flatten it out. But we definitely don't want to make this too tall for a multitude of reasons. Let's go there. Here. Oh, it's harder when there's no blocks underneath me. Here. Nope. And there. Okay, so now flatten her out. See, this is gonna be. I kind of want to put some windows there because there's nothing in the game is telling me there aren't windows there. So it's. I almost want to say it's like the liberty of assumption because of that. Because that is super, super tall. Maybe I make this window bigger. But it's about the same height as what it shows on the game. Maybe I need to just lower this whole thing down. Maybe. Because ideally it would only be one slab. But because of the width of the whole thing. Because this is the width of the inside of the business. Well, let's see what it'll look like when we fill this part in. Because we'll need to expand all this out. Ideally, we can actually push them in a little bit. Well, let's see. Let's see first. God, can I double stack these? I guess I could. But I think it'd be better if I did maybe a glass block instead. Let's do that. Yeah, I think a glass block would be much better there. Because it doesn't do anything weird and funky. So do those. Continue up. Willie's gonna be so happy that we decided to do his house first. We don't have a Willie here yet, but we'll put one in if we can. Ugh. Killing me. So... if we push it up one more, maybe we can make it smaller? Possibly? Here. Here. I want to make it lower. I really, really want to make it lower. Because this is way too high. It's just simply way too high. But we are unfortunately limited to the inside of this whole thing. Anyone got any ideas? Some torches we can actually see. Because in the interior, he also he has a lamp. He's got a chair. He's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. So for our intents and purposes, I'm gonna use this as a chair. And where's our... there you are. So he has a table right here. It is technically a 2 wide though, but it doesn't really go against the wall here because this is supposed to be like all diagonal, technically. But we have some limitations. And he has a palm tree over there. So don't we have a... where is it? Come back here. There you are. That's... it's got a palm tree in the corner. So for now, we're gonna put a little cactus. It's close enough for now. And then he's got a chair right about here. And then he's got a lamp about there. And it's about three wide between the far wall and the counter / fish barrels. And then it's 1 person wide back here. I mean, with that in mind, it is pretty spot on inside-wise. Just outside-wise is not. So what if we did this? What if... close this up. Close all this. Close all that. We bring... this one down. Nope, down to there. Close this up. So we have the shop right here. We have the shop right here. And if we go like that, maybe we can just make it smaller this way. Let's try doing that. Let's try... so we want it to be at least 2 wide. So actually, if we want to make that the last bit of the roof... oops. Hello! How's it going? Yeah, I wouldn't consider it perfect yet. It's like the trouble right now is the interior versus the exterior. So in the games, there's a lot more space inside than what the outside looks like. And so it's trying to make that work. And I'm struggling with trying to get as accurate as possible while still being limited to Minecraft's abilities at the same time. So it is definitely a little bit of a struggle. So that's at least squattier. Because the outside of his shop is like a white plank wood, but the inside of his shop is a darker, like a spruce kind of color. So, because you can't obviously have the same block be half and half of different colors in Minecraft, we have to double them up, and that all automatically will increase the width and length of the shops just by itself. So it's the struggle right now of trying to balance it out. I'm sure we'll get it. It's just gonna be a matter of a lot of finagling. And since we don't have access to that, we're gonna have to make our best guess. Where did my jungle go? There you are. So we'll put this here. I know I probably should have just done blocks, but oh well. I don't want to do blocks here. I want to do just normal slabs. Slab, 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 slab. I'm just going to assume that there's portholes upstairs in the back and on the sides. Since there's nothing else to really go off of. Let's go here. Yeah. Here and here. Oh, I should probably put another one up here. Let's put that there. I mean, that's better. It's not as high now. It's killing me. What other information? We can't really extract a whole lot of other information other than it looks like there's like an opening up here. It looks like it's almost like a grill. So I wonder if that's just... I can probably use just normal fencing for that though. No, come here. Yeah, use normal fencing for that. And then this part still needs to be, because this part is out. So is there... I wish there was like stripped oak wood for stairs. Is that a thing in here? I don't think so. No, not that I'm seeing at least. Dang, I know. It would have been a lot easier because also two completely different gaming styles, like Minecraft without being able to have anything rounded, and this game, which has a lot of rounded things, is not as easy. Although this game should be okay to do in the long term, just purely because it is a very pixelated game. So there aren't really that many rounded objects. So let's just do... Is there at least... Can I do anything with this? No, okay. It may just have to be like that then. So, I think what I'll do is I'll double this up. I'll double those up, so at least it looks a little bit better. And... No, I can't even do up one more because that's where the flooring is. So, we'll have to go with this for the immediate time being. We can always come back to these two and fix them up a little bit better as we go along. I would like to expand this outward, though. I mean, it should come down, too. It should come down another layer. Now, stop it. There we go. And then we'll... this... and... this... Cool, okay. What does it look like to do that? Can I do that? No. If it went down more, I'd say yes, maybe, but not as it is. Okay, well, that's gonna be that for... Actually, no, I want to keep... the decorating and everything, I don't know if I should do that now or if I should do that later. I think I'll do that later, and for right now, I'll just work on getting the actual structures up. Yeah, that needs to have another one down, doesn't it? It really does. Needs more dimension. So much more dimension. But it looks way too low when it's done like that, though. Oops. Yeah, it looks so low. Well, we'll leave it like that for now. And let's focus on Elliott's place. Elliott's is gonna be hard too. His is definitely, I would say his is a dark, actually no, I would say spruce and then dark wood for the roof. I'm gonna say spruce for the door. He technically doesn't even have an actual window panes too. It looks like it's just an opening. Side is really, really long. It's got a freaking piano and everything in it. This is gonna be most challenging. But on the bright side, it looks like it's the same wood color inside and outside, unlike Willie's house, which had two different colors. So let's see if I can... let's see what we can do. So like last time, let's make the walls... let's make the interior first and see if we can get as much stuff crammed in as possible. It's about there. Yeah, this is gonna be so small. So he's got a little table, and he's got another table like here. It's technically a 2 wide though. He's got a big piano, and then he's got a single bed with a little nightstand table on the side. There we go. And then I'll do some of that. That's sort of, maybe just a little. And he's got lots of side table. He has a desk. And then there's another table. That's essentially, other than some things on the walls and like a loose book on the ground and stuff, that's essentially what he has. And his walls are basically the same color as his flooring too on top of that. So he's got lots of the same stuff. I just realized this poor guy doesn't even have a kitchen. Is that why he's at the saloon so often? So Gus will feed him? No bathroom, no kitchen, no nothing. Jeez. So I'll probably make these into slabs just so it's an actual tabletop though. But can I make this even a little bit lighter? Can I just put some color variation in here? Not really. It's all very similar. Wow, it's very... I'm gonna do that instead. Oops. And I cannot put anything else underneath that. Oh, I'm probably just gonna have to end up, because it's only 2 wide, just doing stairs instead. So let's get that. Place. There. Oops. Oops. Okay, well, that works, kind of. There. I mean, if we're able to shove and cram everything in, then yeah. We can probably make these smaller, and I can make Willie's house probably a little bit smaller too. By just cramming things and not really caring about the physical amount of space. Because otherwise, yeah, it's going to be too big. Also, another thing that gets me, the entrance, when you're looking at the inside of the house, is over here on the left. When you're looking at it, the house from the outside, the door is on the right. How is that supposed to work? I can't, that is physically impossible. So there's so many impossibilities with this map that I'm coming across that it's kind of crazy. So I physically can't really do that unless I put like two doors or make one fake or something. I don't know how to, because on top of the cottage being like this, but the inside is like this, it's not exactly possible. I'm gonna have to just mirror the image then to make at least this entranceway even remotely what it's supposed to be. And there's no way I can make this one smaller. Ideally, I could, but there's just no possible way to make that smaller. Start it right here. Because, oh, technically it's, yeah, I mean, it does technically start above where the doorway is. The height of the doorway. So this is technically right, but he doesn't really have a flat surface like Willie's place does. So we're gonna have to, it does look like there is a shelving on the sides, so we'll go with that assumption. Oops, I am putting blocks in the wrong spots. Here. Let's see how because if this keeps going up, it's gonna peak like maybe about there. That's really tall. That is really tall. Maybe we don't give it a shelf. Maybe. What if we can do this? Hang on. Let's see what our brains can hatch. If we have this as the bottom. The dishwasher is very shaky. And if we go here. What if we just did... Ew. It's not gonna want me to do that. Yeah, it really doesn't want me to do that. Okay. And then we start going up. Oops, no. How does that look? No, that doesn't look very good either. And it's gonna take way too long to go about it like that, so... I think we may just have to have no shelving then? It might just have to have no shelving. That's too bad though. I like the dimensions of the shelves, so... We can at least put shelvings on the front and back then at the very least. So go here. Oops, that was fine. And it really does just look like a single little opening like that for a window. Again, I think we're gonna have to use our creative liberties to assume. Wait, what was the inside? The backside does have two windows too, though, so he does have more light than that, which is good. Oh, starting to get worried. Let's go there. And it will peak up. Cool, okay. I was hoping it would be nice and even. I just wasn't really paying attention to the numbers when we were first doing this. Oh, come here. There. Nope. There we go. So our liberties will be here. At the back and the front. Because I do see shadows on it, so that's what gives me what I think can be freedom to do. This is because of the shadows I see. Here. Nope. 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 Oh my gosh. And there. Oop, and I got rid of the door before I could place it down. Where'd you go? There you are. There's that. And so the inside, there's technically windows on both sides of his piano, which would be technically there in this particular case. And they are tall windows, but are they really? They look tall to me. But they're not really panes, they're actual just, yeah. So, if we cram things in, it looks like it's doable. And I just realized he has a single sconce. Just one. He only has one light in his entire house. This poor guy, this makes me feel like I really actually need to go and, like, marry him and, like, rescue him from this poverty. Just because we don't see the front wall, I'm going to just make the liberty that there is another sconce, like, say right there. But other than that, this one is practically done other than the few decorations. I want to figure out what we can do as far as the piano goes, but we'll come back to that. For now, we at least have that. Obviously, we're gonna have to put the decorations in, like the boats and everything, also. So, and there is a little bench also, too. So we'll have to add those things in. Yeah, this is just way too big. Way too big. And I don't like that that's showing. This whole thing is just floating too, so that's odd. I'm thinking we're gonna cram. That's kind of the direction I'm going towards, is that we're gonna start cramming that in. Unless I can find like a mod or something that will allow me to do something with the space. I would have to do something with the space inside. There's no other way to really do that. These two buildings somewhat done. Elliott's is definitely a lot more to scale on the outside than Willie's. How about we do the museum? Because that's gonna be a moment. The outside is like this, but the inside is like this. That's gonna be tricky. If I can make this like super, super big instead. It's green walls too on top of that. What do I have that looks like green wood? Let's just use the green concrete. And then we already use this as a corner. Yes, we only make it 3 big for right now. There is, what is that? That looks like a little window of sorts right there, so if the door's gonna be right there, there is that window and everything right here too. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the wrong things. Get rid of that. Put that back. How much space is there? There's technically a fence along the side too. But you can still walk around it, so I may have to expand this wall then. I can probably guarantee I'm gonna have to expand that wall. So let's get at least this part down. If we can, yeah, let's just see where This outline will get us. Oops, sorry, dirt. There you go. Where are you? There you are. It's the corner. I'll use this as the corner because I'm making this just a little bit bigger. Get rid of the yellow marker. Oops. Come back. No. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, so Clint would have to be moved also then because of that. Because the road doesn't go right along this side of it. There is a little bit of a gap. Here, here. Ah! Keep going, keep going. And this needs to be moved over to right there. Oops, oops, oops. My sunlight is going away again. Really? Okay. Let's say I thought I could reach that. I could, it wasn't correlating to me very well. Okay. Get rid of the yellow. Yellow, 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 yellow. Put that back. Okay, so if we got this as the base. And so when we first walk in, luckily it's green walls in the beginning too, which is great. So it's like a decorative countertop. So what can we find that would be good with that? What's as decorative as we can get? Definitely we will need books. That is something we will absolutely need. And we will also need, it looks like, oak planks. Let's see what we can find as far as a nice decorative brown block. Otherwise, it's just gonna be brown terracotta. Put that there for just in case. Just in case that's the only thing we find. Nope, nope. Brown mushroom block. Eh. Not as decorative as I was hoping. Sugar box actually looks kind of cool. The glaze looks cool, but there's too much blue in it. So that's not gonna go well either. Trying to see if any of these would fit well, but not really even. There's something wrong with each of them for one reason or another, so. Although, like, if we could, are you able to put a composter upside down? Is that a thing? Can you do that? No, I think no matter what, it's always going to be right side up. Because if we could put one upside down, that'd be great. I don't think there's really any way to do it though. So yeah, if we could get that bottom piece like that, that would actually work pretty good. But I think no matter what, they're always right side up. So, dang you, composter. Dang you. Okay, so I kind of want to use the sugar box just because they actually, if I can just make them not open. Because they're the most decorative that I can find. I'll come back to the actual decorative part of the whole block. Let's at least get the entrance to this museum done. Here. Here. Get rid of all this. To at least make our entrance a little bit more presentable. I know it doesn't even go back this far, so some of this part's even gonna be useless. Which kills me a little bit because of how hard we're trying to condense everything. Okay, so taking our insides. It's about 2 people in, maybe even 3. But it's countertop. There's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No freaking way we're doing that many. So, no, this will be smaller. I mean, technically it does go over at least some more. So, I'll make it at least 1 more. How about that? And then there's technically a little blue chair right there, but the small decorating things we're going to do later. We're not going to do that exactly right now. And our boy stands back here with, he's got a plant right there. He's got a chair about right here-ish. He stands about here, right at the front. And there is technically a bookshelf directly behind him. It looks like it's a 2-wide bookshelf. And there is technically a little bit of a zigzag space to get back here. And then if we grab, it looks like darker, I'm gonna say spruce. Go away, composter. So we take our spruce. It is technically like that. And then it goes back to the rest of the museum. Go away, grass. Go away. So let's... Oops. I need to get rid of you first. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Trying to get our bearings straight here. Oops. Another one that's gonna concern me is the community center. At least I have a lot more space that doesn't really interfere with a whole lot of other things. So I do have more ability to expand on those. But it still concerns me. So we got that. There is technically a window right here as well. Where's our green concrete? Come here, green concrete. So there is technically a window right there. But there isn't over here. Okay. It looks like a straight line, so I'm going to make that straight like that. So that technically goes into the outside world. I'm not sure what the actual back shape of this building is supposed to be because of that. What is it? What are you? And then it goes back a little bit. So the rest of the bookshelves start with about one space there. And they go down. They go way past what he is. So maybe I need to bring him up a little bit. Yeah, maybe I'll bring him up a little bit, especially if we have this dead space here in the end. Grab you. So, bring you up by 2 blocks. How does that make you feel, Gunther? We're bringing you up by 2 blocks. Aren't you special? Get rid of all this, get rid of this. And then the bookshelf goes back here. Get rid of this. And then this goes back here. Like so. That's a little bit better. And this then goes way further. Actually, technically it's about equal with the entrance. But the entrance goes down a little bit too, so... Ugh. Okay. New plan. We're gonna move this up, and we're gonna make this go in like that. Like that, like that, like that. I'll at least put the decorative blocks, though, down. Nope, not like that. Your wall is normal. Oops. Put you back. So, then this needs to be pushed back again. I think technically we should bring this up a little bit more even. So, let's bring this up, bring this up. Bring this up a little bit more. Because it's more on that side than this side, so... Okay. Yeah, I think that should be okay. It should be okay like that. And then that way... Oops. This has that small little opening right there. And this can start up here. And this can be... How's this go? It goes like more inward. Like that. And then technically this has a wall. Ugh. It's gonna be so much longer than the exterior is gonna show. So... Hang on. Hello! How's it going? I myself am struggling with the differences between inside versus outside and trying to make things as accurate as possible. This is not going as prettily as I was hoping. Ugh. And okay, so if this goes up like that, there's a little bit of space between these two. So this goes all the way up also. And then there's a space, and then there's a window. And then there's more. Like that. And then there's a space right there. And then it's a window. And then it goes inward. Like that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to move this wall over. There is zero getting around that. Oh no, I made this too big. Okay. That's where the window is. Yeah, I need some sort of, like, mod that will alter the types of space inside versus outside. I don't even know if that's even possible in this kind of game. I do not think it's possible, that's for sure. But it'd be really cool if something like that actually did exist. So... It's not even a 3, it's technically longer than that. So, what if we did... Oops, here. Made it one more, and then opened it. That shows it more as even. They're not really even. Well, let's at least get this done, though. Oops, that's too high. So that's like that, and then this goes over to here. And then this one starts here. And it's only too high versus the rest. But yeah, it needs to be longer because this is where the tables are. Because there's that little baby table right here. Technically, it's a big square. And goes... That stops about there, though. Okay, so that's at least accurate. There's a little rug right there. And there's a bunch of tables and stuff right here, too. So, if we had, like, one table needs to be, like, going this direction. One needs to be, like, right here. The other one... Move, grass. It's, like, right here. They're like spaced kind of like that. Two at a part. Oops. Oops. No, there. Because it ends at about where the cushion should be. Which should be right. Where is this? Cushion should be right there. So that means this table needs to be over more. Which means this whole thing needs to be pushed over one more. Like that. Which means that this whole thing needs to be over. Like that. Ugh, see how much bigger this whole thing is? Like, the outside is now... Like, the outside of this building is supposed to be almost a perfect... Oh, it's not perfect, but it is slightly elongated, but not by this much. And I have no idea what this back room is supposed to be made for. I don't know what Gunther puts back there. So... Plus, it's technically not like this long, I don't think, but... it has to have this much space. So if I brought it down like that, at least, maybe it gives it a little bit more. Okay, so this wall is gonna have to be moved then. Because this is only half of the museum, too. That's not even the other half with the rest of everything. So it has to be bigger. What is the other half? Like... And it's definitely an obvious, like... There's no level, there's no elevation change. There's definitely no elevation. It's all the same room. It's just separated by an arch or something. So what do I do if I can't go downstairs because there's windows, so I can't go underground. It's not a two-story building on the outside, so I can't go upstairs. The building itself is about limited to this size, but this is only half of the museum. And this is about the correct spacing inside for this first half. So there is a lot to consider. Well, maybe I just do it anyways, even though it will be much bigger than I had intended. The only thing that's going to stink is that it's going to alter this whole section. This entire section is going to alter. Okay, well, instead of bemoaning it, I'm just going to do it. So let's get rid of the wall here. And see what we can do. Get rid of all this. Okay, so there is a wall separation here. And this goes all the way down to about... I'd say about there, actually. And then there's a wall separation here. Technically, this is all outside, so... Wall separation there. And this is basically the entrance to, oops, the second half right here then. For that. And for that. Yeah, this is all gonna have to be filled in. Get rid of the wall. The wall is no longer our friend. There's gonna be a lot of sand to get rid of. I might have to use the torch technique if it's gonna be too much. Okay, so this is basically where the entrance is gonna be. Get some actual wood down too. Just because it makes me feel like we're actually accomplishing more when the correct things are down. Come here. Okay. Oh no. There we go. Perfect. So if I'm still just trying to think, is there any rational way to do it? And I'm still coming up empty-handed on my thought bubbles. Did I? I did. Underneath all those? I did. Okay, cool. Those are all going to be redone anyway, so. Those are not the desks that I want. I'm just going to push all of these up one, too. That should be perfectly fine to push them up one. Here. 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 Feels like there almost needs to be more bookshelves. All this emptiness. Because they're all, like, crowded in here. So I wonder if I should just push these all down one. Probably could. Get rid of that. There's more stuff down here. And make this down here. Get rid of this. And put that in there. Because that is against... It's not even against a wall, though. There is technically a big gap between those two. Dang it. Okay. Because there is supposed to be a window right there. So, this will be the window. And so this has to be a gap right there. It definitely does not look like a big gap. So that does help us. Oops, nope. So we'll go there. And there. Yeah, that should be good. That should be good. Oops. Put that back. Okay, so now that we have the entranceway, what is the shape of this gonna be? Because it's pretty dang big, and all this sand is in the way. I'm almost thinking maybe I'll do this off screen. Just because this is not going to be the best use of our time right now. So let's put a pause on the museum for now. Until I get that figured out. So that means that we can work on Clint next. What that also means is that this is going to have to be moved up. By like 2. On the bright side, hopefully, like, pushing everything up actually, like, squeezes out some of the space at the same time. So, I'm hoping that, in the end, helps. This was up a little bit more because of that, huh? Okay. Okie dokie, so Clint's house now. Again, this is very square in shape on the exterior, but it is not the same square on the interior. Darker cobblestone. The house technically starts right here. I don't know why I did down one more, but whatever. So let's get rid of all the yellow. Be gone with yourself, yellow. It technically only expands out of that a few blocks, but for our sake, we're going to go a little bit further. Like that. And then the door. Again, this is the same issue. So on the exterior, the door is on like the far right. When it fades in to when in the game, when you go in, you're on the left. The entrance way that you walk in through is on the left-hand side, even though the entrance is on the right. This is the exact same issue that we had with Elliott's place. Why? Why? You're killing me. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to mirror everything again, I think. So what we did with Elliott's, I believe we had the door on whatever the correct side is that we enter in. So we'll put the door right here then. Inside, it's not quite oak. I would say it's almost jungle colored. Cause it's got some more orange to it. And then he's got some tiles of sorts inside also. So I'm gonna use that. So here, all the way over. Here. And then right about here is where I would say this part begins. Oops. I applied too much. Oh my gosh, I keep going too far. And then this continues the normal wood. And then right about here is where's the door to his room. And he's got the... Yeah, right? Ish about here is where there's a counter space. And so it looks like it continues to be... Wait, you're not letting me do that. Okay. Continues like that. But there is like a wooden section right there too underneath, just like in the museum. I might as well do them both, huh? Okay, so it's like a... I would say a spruce underneath as well. And then inside, I can't really tell from his room how big it is. So I can tell it's pretty small. It's definitely smaller than this is here. But I'm going to leave it at this size. Just for simplicity's sake and to keep at least with the shape of the entire exterior. So what I could do actually is make this smaller naturally by doing it like this. And making it decorative as well. Come back. Ooh, I could also do it like this. So that way, when we do the actual roof, It looks a little bit better. And I'm sure he's got to have windows in here, right? I haven't looked for windows yet on any of the pictures. But I can pretty much guarantee that he's got to have some somewhere. Other than he does have the iron bars, like, how many is that? 3 and 3, so I want to do 2 and 2 like that. It's technically a lot smaller than that. It's only like that. Eh. Doesn't look as good though. What if we made it bigger than just taller? We'll make it taller like that. And that way our nether brick... Oh no, because it goes up like that, so this doesn't really matter that it's like that. I guess in the back, because we don't see the back, we can take more liberties like we normally do. So, we could just do that. Right of you. Why am I so far away? Here. Oops. I'm so bad when it comes to putting down stairs like this. I'm so bad at it. Here. Here. And it does peak. It does have a little tip, so. Here and here. Oops. Nope, I miscounted. Sorry, my bad. There. Oh, nope, nope. See, let's go correctly. I believe in you. You can do it. That's and that's. Nope. Any other time, I'm usually looking for those more diagonal connection corner blocks, but right now I am not. So we'll do that. Perfect. Do this. Because this is so much easier. Come on, little blocks. You can do it. No! No. They're starting to blend in with each other in the background, and so my eyes are, like, trying to adjust to see them more clearly. Okay, cool. I know there is technically a chimney in here, too, somewhere. It's, like, in the back. I would guess right about where the furnace-like thing is. Because it's, like, a big furnace right here. So we can probably put fire or something of the sorts. There's a magma block. Where's the magma blocks? There you are. You'll be right there. And then I can put... I know I'm decorating, I'm not supposed to, but just hold on, just hold on. No, like that. Now, technically, there is an anvil, and it's technically right there. And then he's got a little table and a little shelf right there. So, essentially... Yeah, I'm not seeing any windows in here, too. There's gotta be windows, like, in his... Is that really the only source of light this man has? And other than the forge, like, I know, like... Oh, okay, I see a shadow of a single window in the back. Let's finish. Oh no, my door. Come back. Okay. So I can see the shadow of a single door, like right there. That's what I see so far. The only thing I see, really. So let's go here. And in here. In there, so there's technically like a bed right there. I see a lamp, actually. At last, we have something to work with. So there's like a lamp right there. I can't tell where else there is anything, though. So let's put this here. We'll do something fun like that. How about that? And then, where is glass? There you are. Put you right there. And we'll fill you in for a ceiling. Oops. Wonder like if there's anything in like as far as an attic or a loft goes for some of this. So that's really the only source of light this guy has. Okay, so again, because we can't see this wall, I'm going to take liberties and say that there's a sconce right there. I want to do something with this opening, though. Honestly, I'm just gonna put a torch in there and fill it in. There. Okay. Well, I'm somewhat considering... I know it still needs to be decorated and everything, but the building itself for Clint has now been erected. Technically, I know he's got... Ooh, we should add these on while we're thinking about it. I know he's technically got the furnace thing out here too, so that needs to be added, but I'm considering that more of decor rather than actual, like, building type. Here. And yes, I did turn off the mobs too, just because they were kind of in my way. I wonder if I should just make this bigger. Should I just make this... I'll just do it all the way. Let's not be lazy. I'm already being pretty dang lazy with this entire thing, so... Let's at least try to minimize the amount of laziness that is happening. Clint's basically done. Who's next? Who's next? We got a few buildings. No, it's raining. But we're in a different biome, so it doesn't really rain here. Should we just do Lewis's house now? His is gonna be tricky too. His house on the outside is at least a little bit bigger, which helped, but the interior is still pretty big. It's like it's much longer. While his house is more like bigger vertical, while the house inside is bigger horizontally. As normal, let's get the materials. Kind of like Willy's, it's more of a whitish wood color on the outside, and the closest thing we have to that is birch. It's more of a dark slate tile roof, it looks like. This guy's got double freaking doors. What do you do with double doors, Lewis? Other than not let your lover live with you. I'm gonna just do oak for at least right now. At least with that we can get this started though. As started as I can at least. So basically what I have zoned out for Lewis's house is here. On the bright side, the door is basically in the correct spot, which is nice. It's a pretty long looking house. It's also a tall looking house. I wonder if I can put the bedroom upstairs, because it does look like a 2-story house, even though I know it's not. So I might be able to get away with shortening this and putting stairs to go upstairs to do the bedroom. So let's see if we can get tricky with this. Oh yeah, he's got double doors. So there. Go here. Let's see if we can divide all of this up. Ooh, far. Put this down. It looks pretty orangish too, but the floors, like, I want to re-look at some of the other floorings we've done too, because it's like the same color, but I used oak for them. Like, basically the color is right in between an oak in this orange acacia, like, color, so it's hard to think about which one that would be. Okay, so if stairs went, like, right here-ish, and those are roof tiles, but right now they're gonna be stairs. I think this actually needs to be moved over a little bit. Move that over. Let's try that. So there's like a little seating area right here. There's like a little table. And then up here is the kitchen. No, it's not. It's like the divorce paper stuff. And it technically goes inward a little bit after 3 blocks or so. So if we move that one in. And so the kitchen goes there. He's got a big table. Like a big table. Right here. That technically leaves enough room right there. And kitchen stuff right there. He's got a window right about here or so. I think we should actually push this over one. Can we push this over one? Let's push this over one. And this can be a diagonal piece. Like that. Like this, like that. So that means that this can now go over a little bit, but regardless, we have counter space, we've got a fridge, we've got a plant. We'll make that diagonal, make that normal. Got a plant. And then we've got chairs along the edge, so that means that can go over there then. And this can come in. Put that right there, and then the other stuff can go right there. Okay. That's essentially, other than some of the other little decoration stuff, that's essentially his house. And then we can make, what stairways can we make? Just use oak, probably. And then we can have a stairway up. So we can have this here. Nope, sorry. Here. It's because I don't want to make it too terribly tall, so that's why I'm making the roof so much lower here. Go here. Guess we'll do this. Is there any other windows? It's just one in the bedroom, okay. Yeah, I think when we go back to kind of finalize some of this stuff, it'll be adding like windows in places where you can't see that there's windows, but we have to assume that there should be some form of windowing. The wall, this will be where about the fireplace is. It comes over. There's a bed and a chair. Like, kind of like that. So there's a fireplace. And then there's a bed. and a big old chair. And some plants and sconces and stuff. And then right next to the fireplace is the window. Cool. So I'll leave that. So now I'm curious like how the roofing is actually going to look with all of this added to it. But at least we don't need to expand all the way into the water. I was afraid we were going to have to actually like go into the water or something. Okay, so... Oh no. So, let's see. What does Lewis's house look like from the outside? Okay. So, it does come out a little bit right here. So, let's make this outward here. So, oops. Here and here. That is massive though, isn't it? That's way too big. No, no, no. We're gonna lower you down. Still big, but better. Cause he's got some column looking like things and everything. It's got like actual columns. Weird. I wonder if I can use just like... Where's the birch? Because birch isn't really that color, so... Because it's the same... His columns are the same color. So I was trying to see if maybe I could just... make them less regal looking. So if I do it like this, at least it matches then. And then this kind of comes out like that. Keep going like this. And then it does continue, but there is like a little bit of a attic window or whatever those are called right there. Here. And one here. That's... Let's see if we can... Yeah, not entirely sure how we're supposed to, like, really do that, but... Whatever, okay, that'll be good like that. And there's only one of them, too. There's not one on the other side at all. So, can I... Looks like I can. Cool, okay. Let's go down here, and we'll go up here. Over a little bit, over a little bit. Where did we start? Started down a little bit lower than that. But, I mean, it is pretty even, though, so I need to go back to that. And it does come up at a peak out also. But because we can't see the back, our liberties will come into play again. Oh, do we have a... What is this? Polish deep slate? Okay. Polished deep slate slab. Perfect. So we're gonna put one right there. And then we'll put these right there. And keep going. Oops. Right here. Come here. Keep it going, keep it going. Nope, then we missed one. It does come at a point though, so I want to keep going, but it's becoming so freaking high. Ugh. The mayor doesn't need this much stuff. Keep going then. I think it was already cool that we could even go upstairs, that it even remotely worked like that, so kind of got a small break already. So we have that, and then I do want to go over, oops. No, stop it. There we go. Because it is so high, we can get away with this. Voila. And that. And that. Maybe. Like that. Yeah, that should be good. Can I get rid of this wall? Not really. It'd be nice if I could, though. I mean, I might be able to push everything. Nah, actually, I shouldn't. Should not push everything over. So that's just gonna have to stay as is. Okay, well, technically, the mayor's house is kinda done. It is very loosely done. Let me put some torches in there just so we can actually see it, though. So it just needs to be decorated now. Yeah, this part can definitely be closed in, though. Give it a little bit more headspace up here, though. Here. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. My hair's getting in my face. There is technically a window, though. Like right here. There's a window. And there is technically a window up here, too. We'll put one right there. And I did put the window upstairs in the bedroom already. Okay, but I was like, did I do that? But I did. I'm good. Let's do the Mueller's house. Which is also going to be a bit tricky because the layout we have is not as... I mean, it is wide, but it's... The house itself inside is long. I will have to go... I mean, there is a window upstairs, but it's not big enough for everything. I'm going to have to go downstairs for this one. I don't think there's much of a choice. I'm actually going to start off with the interior this time, for once. It looks pretty oaky flooring to me. And it's also got this purple carpet. Come in through, like, almost the middle. Okay, move out of the way. And we come in. And it's basically straight into the hallway. But the hallway for us is actually going to be the downstairs entrance. So the walls technically do come in a little bit, so... Oops. There's just like this entranceway right here, this entry. So if the walls, let's use spruce for the base and oak for the top. Can I make that sideways? Not. Dang it. I'm gonna have to make this longer. Assuming this isn't long enough. So if that goes in, and then it goes in from there. Oops, wrong one. And if it goes in like this, and then back down like that. And then we go inward like this. It does have a little bit of an opening, like it is blocked off a little bit. So let's go here. This is kitchen room and dining room right here. So if it's got more of a it's bigger right there. And it's longer too. So all of Granny's stuff, like fridge and counter space, is all right there. There is a big table right here. There's like a little carpet thing right there. And then right here is the living room like space. So this actually comes up a little bit more. And this comes up a little bit more as well. Yeah, because the entrance to that at least. Get that a little bit more. And this a little bit more. So then this is like that. I wonder why they chose purple. And then it goes up. Oops. And then down. Kind of like that. Sort of. Go away. So there's the TV area and George's couch-like area. So there's that. Because there's a table back here. There's like a couch and George and his TV is here. It's a bookshelf. And so there is stuff in this room. And then we have the hallway. In the hallway we're going to have going down into basement-like area instead. So, stairs. Where am I looking? Looking in the wrong spot. So here, and here. Wonder if I can push this back further. Here, here, and here. Yes, I think this would do a lot better than the other way that we were coming up with. Open that up. So this way, I can have an exterior coating, basically. Because what does the outside of the house look like? It is more of a bluish color. So it would be... I don't want to say it's warped, but it's almost to that color. It's almost like a light blue, like the diamonds. So, or even this light blue. Um, and like that. Maybe closer to the ice color, but I don't think we have anything that is in the way of wood looking like texture at the same time. What else we got here? None. Okay, we'll use warp then. So it's that and more of a greenish house. I mean greenish I'm gonna say a warp door, cause why not? So now wait, we want exterior coating. And this part is longer than the other side, so this part is totally okay. Go here. Technically, this would be nice if we could push this over a little bit. I don't think we can, though. Unless we reduce the size of this area. Maybe we can reduce the size of, Pierre's spot instead. That would be good. So get this coated. Like so. Mueller's are gonna have some pretty cool funky house. And here, and then we'll put the door. Keep coating the inside. And I don't know if I like the warp door, to be honest. I'm just gonna get them an oak for right now. Not the contrast. So, the house basically does come at a peak. Like, it does keep going up. This is very even. This is a very even-sized house, even though one side's technically bigger than the other. So, if we keep going up... So, this part kind of goes up on itself, and then it flattens out. So let's go up here. And it flattens out for a hot second. But we'll have it prolong that hot second first. There. And then it keeps going up from there. Here. And here. Ah, sorry. I just don't want it to be too tall. This is going to be super tall, though. I can tell right now. So if I can... Can I reduce this anyway? I can make the inside bigger, but I can't make the outside much bigger. This is already gonna be super tight. So it's gonna be here. And here. And then ideally maybe some slate, not some slate, some slabs to cover this. And to give it a roof. Let's put some torches in here too, just so we can continue to actually see. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there is a window, it looks like, over here. No, I can't tell if any windows in the... There are technically two windows in the back. One right there, one right there. There. And there. That's all I can see from the back end now. And then we go over here. Close this off a little bit. Yeah, we can even push this back because we don't really have a choice with the other side, the way it being. And there is, I think, yeah, there's a window on this side too. And it's a big window too. So make that double. This bigger. This can technically go back also. So back here. And here. No, we still need that to be 3 wide though. Okay, cool. There. And I think there's a window like right here-ish also. Oops. Get rid of that. And this now needs to go back here. Actually, I think there is a gap even right there, so that can even just stay where it is. And I'll do this. We'll make this roof a little bit bigger. We'll have so much ceiling space up there that this can definitely just sit there. Oops. We'll give Evelyn a little bit more headspace. Because she's a sweetheart and she deserves it. Let's go there. And put some torches on just so we can, again, see. Okay. So, I just don't like the shade of blue this is. Like, it's the closest thing to wood itself that is blue, but it's just still, the shade is so off on top of, you know, the rest of the issues with this house. Ugh. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see just how messed up we can make this in the first place. So it's, again, like a slate roofing. So we're going to use our go-to for now. Like, I do like the contrast in color, but it's still just wrong. It's all wrong. Get rid of that. Put that in there. We'll do the sides later if this ends up being how we actually want this to be. Like, can I go down another? No, I cannot. Dang it. So I'll go up, and then I'll actually... Maybe I can prolong it a little bit longer. Here. And here. And then there was one. I know I saw one. The slab version. Where'd you go? What is this? Polish these place stairs. Cool. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, it's always hard to tell because these kind of all look the same. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yes. Excellent. And that's kind of the double up. Here and here. Since these don't like to play nicely with each other. Oops. I don't know why I'm using slabs here. I guess I didn't really need to, huh? Oh well. What are you gonna do? Oops. So then it keeps going up from there. I probably could prolong it a little bit longer though, to be honest, because otherwise it's just gonna be so freaking high up. I was already worried about Lewis's house being so high up. And this one would be really high up. And there's really no reason why I can't prolong it. There's that. Probably should now actually go up. I'm just saying that because, like, on the actual image, the actual place, it's only for a short period of time that it does that. So I don't want to go too weird with it. That would be equal to that. Oops. No, I keep doing that. I'm back. We're friends, I promise. And there's... Now they're at least equal, but... I'm just afraid of the height. I'm really afraid of the heights. Technically, we haven't even done the downstairs. I mean, I might be able to put Alex's bedroom in the basement even. I might be able to, but that's really pushing the whole layout. So let's see where we can go. See where we can get to. Or how, because the house itself, it's not flat. It comes together, it looks like. Keep going, keep going. Ah! And go up. And up. Oops. You're not supposed to go up yet. Oh, and I did that on accident too. Okay. So how much taller is that? That's still pretty dang tall. We're starting to rival Lewis's house now in height. Should I just cap it? Maybe I'll do one more and then cap it. Yeah, I think I can cap it after one more round. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, and then do the last bit here. Wonder if I can do anything with their attic spaces. I'll have to think of something. I'm sure there's something I can do. I just need to think of it. Okay, well, that's technically that part. The exterior part done at least. Sort of. Oops. We're just gonna add the ledges here. There's that one. And... oops. And this one. Wonder if I should just... actually, I can change it later. The actual type of wood. Like, I really don't like how the blue looks. It just looks wrong. It looks so very wrong. And there is technically a window up here as well. Should put some torch in here or something. Make it a little bit brighter. And get our handy dandy glass out. Oh my gosh, it's not letting me do that because it's not. It's a slab. Go there. Go there. And here. There's a couple of them on the back. And there. Moo. Okay, well, the inside at least is a little bit more normal. Sort of. And get this. And we'll fill this in. Oops, nope, one more. Obviously, we don't want any dirt showing. That'd be weird. So we're gonna go like this. Does that work? Yeah, that's cool. I forget exactly like what the height is needed to block that off. And we have some torches. Oops, nope, not what I meant. There. So if we can pretend this is the hallway. I'll at least make this a little higher too, just because. We're generous people. So I'll do one more. Just, but I think it needs it. And we'll keep with the same decoration styles upstairs with the walls. So we'll replace these bottom ones with spruce. That one too, and that one. Get those in there. Okay, cool. How is that? That is, dang. Okay, so, oops. Put that there, and then we'll put slabs. Nope, no, wrong one. Put slabs. Where are you? There you are. Right here. So it still gives us at least a little bit more height, but at the same time, we're not seeing dirt. Okie dokie. So, the upstairs of this. Okay, so if this is acting as our... well, technically this is the door to Alex's place. Or Alex's room, sorry. And then we have this opening here. For... oops. Oh no, there it is. I'll say I had it. Good. All is well. Panicking for no reason. So that's the the little table in the front. And then that means that right here would be the rooms for Evelyn and George. Although it is a single bed, so I'm not sure if George actually sleeps there or not. Or if he sleeps on his wheelchair in front of the TV every time. That is a question though, like where does he sleep? Like a lot of these too, like Jody's bed is a single bed too, but where does Ken sleep? It's weird. I have no idea, I have no answers. Okay, so we go in one, it looks like. And it just looks like a nice simple room with a bed, single bed, and a nightstand and a little bench. So we'll do it like that then. Here and here. When I get really good at this whole streaming thing, maybe I can even show pictures of exactly what I'm seeing so you guys can see the reference points to it each time. But I have not learned such a skill yet. Hopefully one day. That'd be cool. Here. And it's, oh, it is not just pure. Dang it. That was onto something there. Oops. Wrong one. Wrong space. Not that it really matters because no mobs in here. I have it on peaceful right now. Okay, so that's their room. And then Alex has a massive room. Because, of course, he does. So it's in maybe this many blocks or so. I love how Harvey's room is basically the entire size of Elliott's cottage. And here... it does technically go in, but then it curves back out again. So we'll do this as our markers. And it goes for a little while, to be honest. Oh, there's a cave down here. Hence the bat I'm hearing. Oh no, okay. Not that I keep thinking like I actually need to be worried about this stuff, but I play creative actually very little. I'm normally in survival. So I'm not sure entirely how far we should even go. Let's see what this, oops. Let's see what this length looks like. Okay, and then over, over, oops. Put down the accent wood pieces, like so. Oh yeah, George is really not gonna be able to get to his bed now if it's downstairs too, on top of that. Sorry, George. Okay, so if there's a bookshelf here, technically a weight there, like a trash can here-ish. There's a dresser right there. It's got a bed right there. And then the wall kind of comes in like about here or so. So let's go a little bit more. Here. Here. I guess I put it too far over. Oh well. It's all good. It's not like we're hurting on wood. We have an infinite source. Okay, so that's good. So now this piece just needs to be keeping the dirt out. Cool. Okay. Oops. Just a piece. Sweet. So Alex's room is technically ready for stuff as well. And it's kind of in the same direction, so instead of it all goes at the same in the same. But you see, like, there's no way this house would have been freaking massive if it was all in the same level. So it's a good thing that we went down instead of continuing on the surface. Because this would have expanded way over here. And yeah, that just would have been way too big. I love the Muellers, but unfortunately that would have been just a little too much. Okay, so how are you doing so far? How many houses we have? Well, we have 5.5 since we were never able to finish the museum because of the issues. So I have found that seems to be the common issue. It's interiors size versus exterior size. That's definitely a thing. And so we got the layout of at least the first section done, so that's good. And we got Clint's house, Lewis's house, Mueller's house, and Willie and Elliott's done. Still a lot more to go. So with that in mind, thank you for joining with this. We have made much progress, which is fantastic. We have a lot more to go. I'll probably end up doing some of this a little bit off stream, at least the boring parts at the very least, just so you're not sitting here watching all of that. Other than that, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you next time. Thank you.